Welcome to Moving Day at the 2025 Playa Lucia Open, presented and powered by Prodigy. We are back here in Yabucoa, Puerto Rico, playing the Playa Lucia course for round 2 of the FPO division. Joining in the booth, it is Felix Vega, joined by our defending FPO champion, Brit McKibben.
Hello, hello, and thank you so much for having me. It is my, obviously, second year back in Puerto Rico, and I plan on keep coming back. It has been lovely so far, and I am excited to watch how this round comes out.
Yeah, we're playing disc golf in paradise. Windy conditions during round 1. Going to be kind of a theme getting into round 2, but let's take a look at our players that will be taking on this course for round 2.
Okay, starting us out in the number 1 spot is Ohn Scoggins. She had a 10-12 rated round 1. She shot so hot yesterday. It was incredible. A slow start that surprised us all. Coming up next is Sarah Hokom. Also, very solid round.
Yeah, I had some hiccups coming down the stretch there at the end. Joining us again, Brit McKibben, your defending champion. Did have that one scoring discrepancy, which we'll talk about early on, but overall, really solid round, really solid with the putter. It was impressive to see. And looking to get a little redemption after a rough start. She did turn around, though. Rebecca Minnick joining us once again on the lead card. I'm going to kick things off here on hole 1, a par 3, 286 feet. Britt, tell us about it.
Hello headwind in hole 1. So a common theme that we're going to see is the wind coming off of this beautiful beach. It's a relief from the heat, but goodness gracious, it makes those approach shots scary. It makes your putt scary. It makes your drive scary. But it's worth it because look how beautiful. Excellent left to right moving shot here. We're going to see a lot of that righty forehand hyzers, lefty backhand hyzers, and maybe some over the top plays.
Through the rules, I think there was a previous rule that went one way. Once cards are submitted, the penalty will only go to the player. So the correct score was changed to a 3 plus 2. So there was a 3-stroke swing. So she'll be starting at plus 4.
Yeah, so I wanted to give him a chance to get that out before I started talking over it, but I had a misplay yesterday with hole 12. We had a scoring issue, and I called him last night. We got it all fixed up. No harm, no foul. Well, a couple of strokes, but we're going to be all right.
Yeah, props to you for catching that and kind of addressing it right away with the TD.
It feels better now than it did last night.
Oh, I can imagine. At the time, it just feels like the worst thing in the world, but you just play through it. Ohn going with that turnover line this time doesn't quite seem like it's going to hold.
But she drops in safe, and out here, first hole, lots of headwind, you're happy.
Sarah Hokom.
Sarah got off to a strong start yesterday in the front 9. Had some stumbles coming in, though. 17 and 18 in particular got her, so I'll be interested to see how she makes the adjustments to tackle those 2 holes.
And here the name of the game is Miss This Tree, which seems to get bigger and bigger by the minute. She doesn't quite miss the tree, but drops down in a decent spot. She's safe.
Brit McKibben.
Yeah, Brit. All right.
What's the disc of choice here today?
This is my Lutz, Castoplast Lutz, and just a little bit early, but we celebrate when they don't roll OB, and it didn't, so we're all right.
And from Lakeland, Florida, Rebecca Minnick.
We're going to see a forehand out of Rebecca. She's got a really, really nice forehand.
We're going to cut inside of the big tree.
We're hoping it's going to push through, and it just doesn't quite make it.
Yeah. But she should have a pretty clear approach from where she is, hopefully. Sarah, I feel like she was in almost this exact same position yesterday. And you can already hear the wind ripping.
I don't think the sound even gives it justice. Let me tell y'all, it was ripping.
Well, little editing magic. We had to drop a lot of the audio because it was blaring when we first started editing this footage.
Not surprised.
Oh, no.
Ah.
Knocked her hat off. That's how windy it is. This looks like an interesting lie.
Yeah. So yeah, just a little shaky, little nervy. Very, very well placed bush.
Yeah, doing its job.
Mm-hmm.
one of those times where being a lefty looked like it had advantage because you were able to straddle out.
Yeah, you would think. I feel like every lefty will tell you, as soon as somebody tells you it's a lefty hole, you find a way to shank it. That was a very solid looking big, just a little bit on the right side.
Oh, and as you saw yesterday, fearless. So there's not a putt that I don't think she ever thinks she can't make.
Oh, and I loved that out of the hand. The nice thing about Sarah's putt is if she misses, they don't go far.
Yeah.
Ah,
Except for that one hole years ago where she had that really crazy rollaway that just kept going and going and going.
oh, yes.
If
great.
you know, you know. You've seen it on Instagram.
Yep.
Couple of tap-ins for the rest of the card here before we move on to one of the most picturesque holes on this property with the ocean off to our right.
It's worth kind of pointing out the sky in the background. We all were ready for it to dump on us for, a minute or so. And it missed us completely. We managed to get away from the rain, which was very, very nice.
Oh, yeah.
So hole 2, 357 feet. You have that shot straight through the gap, which I think most people are going to take. There's also an out and around off to the right side. And then the lefty big hyzer, there's kind of an anti-lefty coconut tree that's in the way. So I think a lot of us are going to shoot up the middle unless we're feeling frisky and want to do a big wide hyzer and then trust the wind to swing it back for us.
As you can see, the waves are ripping from the wind. You saw that banner getting slopped around. Ohn did this yesterday, looking to get that right to left to push it back over. And it's doing so.
Moving. Skidded to a quick stop, but she's got a look. Almost clean on this hole. Honestly, if we're all just getting out through the gap, I think we're all happy. Ooh.
Good reaction.
Yeah, I was so grateful for that kick because if you are inside either side of those, it is a little bit of a nightmare. I loved to see this. It was so cool to watch it lift at the exact right time, get over, drop her down, dead center. We're happy.
Yeah. Is this a yarn?
This is a yarn. It's a weird tweener distance for me, kind of in between an approach and a mid. And yeah, just not quite enough. Probably should have maybe taken a couple steps.
I feel like I'm watching our buddy Braden Sides. He relies on the yarn and the loots quite a bit. This is... Oh, no.
Does it? Yes, it does stay safe, and we love to see it.
I was aiming at that palm tree on the right side, deep of the basket.
Yeah, the wind does funky things to your disc and funky things to your brain out here.
That one looked like it got dropped where Sarah's got lifted, so it's...
I was talking with a handful of players, and we all agree that the wind is just different out here. It seems like it would be consistent, but it doesn't play that way somehow. Man.
The line was there.
It really was.
Sarah looking like... Is she putting with the range?
Yeah, so I did talk to her about that today. She likes to do those approach shots with the range. It's a great wind disc.
Yeah. I still haven't tried it. I'm such a Berg fan. And I actually just picked up a range just because I want to test the differences between the two, since I hear they're similar but different. If that makes any sense.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
So it looks like the two of us didn't want a whole lot to do with the wind lift. Kind of laid up.
Bogey there for Sarah. So bogey start, not ideal. Especially coming off like we just talked about 17 and 18 where she had a bogey. So kind of want to start seeing some gray or green on that scorecard here. Although hole 2, not surprising, 0 birdies on the day today.
Yeah, it's a tough get for this field. Just slightly out of range. You can get there for a long look, and it's if you want it.
Hey everybody, Joel Freeman here with Team Infinite, and I've got great news for you. My 2025 discs can be found easily at infinitediscs.com. You've got a variety of different molds with this stamp on it. They look beautiful. Thank you guys so much for all your support.
And from one difficult hole to the most difficult hole on the day, hole 3.
Yeah, so 403 feet. I think it plays farther than that. And the wind, you're just going to hear us talk about the wind so much, especially me. It is just ripping, and it's tricky to figure out. It's definitely tough to get there for the 2. We're all just trying to keep it in bounds. We got a lot of OB on the right side, and then some OB on the left and deep on the left side. And you can find it if you're not careful.
Ohn ripping on a Halo Destroyer, looking to fight that wind. Still got that similar right to left, and that is actually going to find out of bounds.
By so little, it was frustrating. And this is just lovely. This is what you want to see. That flip up, it never burned over. It comes out dead center. Just a little rolled over for me, and I'm just crossing my fingers.
Looks like it's stabling out.
Yeah, and actually, on that left side, there's a little gap that you can try to pop one over the OB if you want to.
Rebecca turned this one over too much yesterday. This time a little low, but
Just
inbounds.
Out of the wind, at least.
This is still, the distance isn't that much, but because of the wind, everything just becomes more difficult to execute, and everything plays longer. That one does stay safe. Are there any changes that you're kind of making to your approaches when you're dealing with this kind of wind? Because obviously it's not something that's common to play in this much wind.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I am throwing discs that I never throw. I was talking to my card mates about that today. I was joking about how I was like dusting off some of these discs that I was pulling out. I tend to throw a lot of really flippy stuff, and I don't think I threw anything that was flippy today. This is just beautiful. You just love to see it.
So good. And you saw how close she was to being inbounds. Unfortunately, disc came to rest on the line, but no part of it was actually touching inbounds.
I tried to give it to her, but she said no.
Ohn always plays with integrity. I'm not surprised.
And this is why Sarah is the queen of clean. She just does not miss those approach shots.
Third shot here coming for Rebecca. Still got a lot to deal with here.
You know, you think those coconut trees are skinny and not a problem, but they just jump out at you sometimes.
Yeah. She's still got close to 40 feet here.
And look at that.
Cans it. Riding the wind. Let's get a second look at that one here. Just drops right into the center, right in the pocket.
That was just so fun to watch. Hey.
Clean putt there for the par. Is that one of Leah Sinagini's shirts that you're wearing?
It is, and I love that shirt. We were talking about it today. I get compliments every time I wear it, on the course and off.
It's such a sick design.
Super comfy. It was amazing in the heat today too. I was really surprised. It feels like it's thick, but it was very comfy. I was happy today.
On to hole 4. This is a fun one under normal conditions. Today, maybe not so much though.
So you have the option of kind of taking this left side and keeping it a little straighter, or you can swing it all the way around these double coconut trees on the right side and then trust the wind to bring it back in for you. There's some OB to worry about behind the pin, and then all along that right side, as well as the left side concrete. So tricky, short, but mighty.
I feel like that's a recurring theme out here. Some short holes, but they can get you.
This is such a cool line to see. We're hoping that the wind doesn't grab it, and it doesn't. And what a beautiful, beautiful shape on that disc.
If I had to guess, I would say that was a pyro based on that flight. You're opting for the forehand. Parked it yesterday.
Little tentative, little early. And that is that left side OB. And yeah, I'm not a forehand player usually, but out here, I am. Kind of.
Oh.
This was...
Gets up to the green.
Yeah, we like to see that.
She got clipped up a little early yesterday. Threw it out. Looked to be a little wider today, making the adjustment. Passion here for Rebecca. I don't...
Good trees.
Good tree.
Yep, definitely.
Because that was heading for the OB as well.
Nice and smooth, needs to sit.
I'll leave a little putt there. Oh.
Doing some gardening.
Dead and unattached, so all good. So you got a couple obstacles to deal with here.
Yeah, this was tricky. Again, kind of funky tweener distance. I actually just kind of step putted my yarn there because I just wasn't sure. I didn't trust a throw. Lots of wind. We don't know why that dropped. It should have just stayed straight or lifted or something. I'm telling you, the wind out here.
I was a little surprised at that too, because she was putting into a bit of a head crosswind. And Rebecca, that's what I would expect coming from that side.
Yep. Little bit of a donker, little nervy.
Well, it's hard to also like rely on the wind reads when you've just seen two players get weird reactions. Sarah, however, with the birdie, getting some green on the scoreboard. Now, we saw Ohn not get a birdie yesterday until hole 8. I'm not a betting man, but I'm willing to bet that we're not going to see that happen again. So I would expect her to lock in and grab a birdie coming up. The island hole, hole 5.
This is such a fun hole to play. 228 feet. It's short. From the tee pad, you feel like you're protected from the wind, so it's almost like it doesn't exist. But it's there. It'll come out. There's some danger all around. These little bushy plants that you see at the bottom of the coconut trees can grab your discs. There's OB, I would say within, maybe 20 feet to the right of the basket. It's a birdie that you want to get, but it can get a little tricky on you.
There's also that mandatory you got to deal with right away on the right-hand side. So it really shouldn't be much of a factor. Needs to beat that tree.
I love that line. That is the line.
A little more angle and a little more stable of a disc.
Great little bit of ground action. Gets her up there. The width here. Oh, we just want to beat it. Yeah.
That's that passion again. So flip up to straight, but just held a little too straight. Is that mid-range or putter?
It's an NV.
NV, okay.
And I just keep trying to do it. I've been flattening it out, and today I got it. I got that hyzer angle out of the hand. That's what I want to see, at least. I was happy with that drive.
I would be too.
So yeah, you can see it's just tricky with these bushes, just right at the right height to get in your way.
Sarah just outside the circle.
I wanted to see that one drop.
Let's see if Ohn can collect her first birdie.
No problem.
So only 5 holes this time. So I'm assuming by tomorrow she'll have it by hole 3.
She's trending in the right direction.
Good
Nice.
birdie.
Yeah, felt good. Even though that was maybe a step outside of the bullseye, and even those you're thinking.
Couple of par cleanups for the rest of the ladies before we go to one of the more unique holes on this course.
Yeah, I'd be curious to talk to JP and the crew to see like what they think the signature hole of Playa Lucia is. I know for me, it is this hole. It is unlike anything that.
It's your time to hit a fairway once, just one time. Come on. Oh, fart!
Oh my goodness.
Well,
And on to hole 6. Are you saying this is the signature hole or the last one?
I think so.
This one.
I mean, comment down below. Have you seen a hole that looks like this? And if you look when we're teeing off, there's a pile of coconuts off to the left of the tee pad. We're looking at 168 feet. It is a left to right moving shot. Nice sandy green to catch you. You don't want to go deep. It gets really rough back there. You also don't want to go early, left or right.
Just shoot it down the middle.
Yeah, it's easy, right?
Just like that.
That is what you want to do. That's what you want to see, folks.
Envy again?
Envy again. I was happy with that. Just, yeah, a little long, but we're happy.
A couple of you guys opting to actually use the tee pad this time. Yesterday, you do have the option to kind of tee off to the side.
Okay, I've been so
wow.
excited to watch that because from the tee pad, I thought it was in.
This is the hex for Rebecca, and it gets caught up early. Left bounces back right.
Yeah, I think maybe the right side is just a touch easier to get out of than the left, but it's tricky no matter what.
Yeah.
She does a beautiful job.
Okay, lining up a birdie putt here from 26, 27, 28.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Felt a little longer. It's surprisingly breezy. Like you guys mentioned yesterday, there's a gap in the trees, and the wind just finds its way to this basket. And you can tell by the wear on the chains. You can tell that all the salty air is kind of doing a number on this basket.
Yeah.
We love that. That was a great par save for Rebecca. Beautiful birdie, tap-in birdie for Sarah, and a CTP.
On to one of the more difficult ones. This one playing as a third hardest hole. It's hole 7.
Yeah, so hole 7 seems like it's pretty straightforward, but it can just be really tricky. There's a lot of wind coming off of your left shoulder when you're standing on the tee pad. You want to throw something that swings out and left and then crashes in. You want to avoid the OB on the right. You can kind of see the stakes here behind the basket. The green does kind of slope downward, and we're just hoping to miss these first couple of trees and bushes that you're seeing.
Blind tee shot, too, and it feels like you have to saw off your shot if
Yes.
you're throwing that backhand turnover.
And that palm that we're zooming in on right now is just so well placed.
Yeah. It's very grabby. And it just gets in your head. Nice wide release there.
Yeah. Personally, I am happy with a 3. I liked Ohn's shot there. I was hoping that the wind would hold it over a little longer. Also just wide, clean, out in the open.
Yeah, kind of. There's a couple of these where it's like it feels like a bonus birdie. That one zips through the inside of that palm there and stays safe.
Yep.
So we're looking at 4 approaches here.
Pretty. Down.
Look like a berg flight there. Sarah kind of having to decide if she wants to go up and over or low.
Absolutely perfect. And just a little bonus roll. Yeah, kind of a again funky distance. I was just thinking drop it down close. Don't push it too far. Don't roll away. I've noticed a lot of kind of stepper approaches, half bids out here. Oh, that was a great bid, just off the top.
She was reluctant to mark the CTP. Oh.
Uncharacteristic.
Very much so. Rebecca for her par, and there's a force field on the baskets.
It's broken.
Hopefully you can fix it. There
Fixed
you
it.
go. Good job. Way to take one for the team and fix it. Couple of cleanups left for the rest of the card here. Now we're getting to the part of the course where it's less windy.
Yes,
now
we
you're
get-
getting further away from the ocean, so it gets a little bit calmer.
Yeah, just a little bit of a break.
But it also gets hotter because
It
you're not.
does. I regret saying it at some point around here that I almost missed the wind. So
That's a fun one. Hole 8. Yeah, 237.
another short but mighty hole. They say that the easiest shot in disc golf is a dead straight shot, and it turns out it is. I like to try to play low and use this sidewalk. It's a kind of a rare feature on a disc golf hole, so I like to try to play it low, dead straight, and skip it up there. But also, ace run dream. Everybody needs to come out here and ace run this.
Got the 2 double mandos here to deal with off the rip, but it's just really throw your straightest disc at it.
Yeah, so first time I've thrown that all weekend, and just a little overturned, but better than yesterday.
What was it?
That was a fierce.
Okay. I just started bagging a Crystal Fierce recently. It's a really fun
I
disc.
love it. So yeah, Sarah's in where we were yesterday, and there's I'll talk about it.
Ohn tried to ring this up yesterday, getting some lift out of nowhere.
Weird lift, and she's got a look, but it's tricky. And those palm fronds do not allow discs to go through. They're made of steel.
Rebecca going
This
passion.
was so nice. Look at this. Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Beautiful little kiss. She's parked. And she's happy.
Oh, I would be too.
We were joking about her hard high five.
Sarah's becoming one with this tree.
So this spot, what you can't see is, well, not only clearly is it obstructed up above with the trees, but down below, you don't trust your feet. And look at this roller.
That is-
And parked. What an amazing! You can see how she's situated.
sitting.
And the thing is, like, if you're walking up there, it's a pile of kind of brush and stuff, and so at any point you could kind of fall through a hole. And
Oh
it is
my.
it's a tricky spot, and I feel like a lot of us find that spot. It's an easy place to end up. And what a beautiful shot! I'm hungry here. I want this.
This is circle 2, deep circle 2
It was
here.
it was far, but I liked it. And I liked it too much.
Man.
I was still happy. It felt good out of the hand.
Ohn, of
Yep,
course.
too easy. That was such a great putt.
Inside the trees,
Mm-hmm.
fighting through the palm fronds. Doesn't matter.
Wow, Brit, that one was so close already.
Just a drop in here for
I
Rebecca.
mean, just what a great drive. And tap in after the roller of the month or something. That was just
Yeah,
so
just 10 out of 10.
incredible.
Hard to believe we're already at hole 9. Time to close out the front 9.
Yes, yes, yes. Hole 9, 204 feet. You're going to look out for these iron branches on the left. You got a nice little gap for you, but there is OB probably 35, 40 feet beyond the basket on the right side. So you just want to chip something out there. Righty backhand, lefty forehand. Katarina.
Kind of a tough one for lefties.
If
you're righty.
if you have a forehand.
Well, yeah. Owen just skipping one right up.
Nice little backstop off of there. Puts it right in the circle. And that's what you want to do. Everybody come out here and then throw that shot. That was just picture perfect. Perfect height.
So actually, you might get this one 2 days in a row. Are you opting for more stable here or more neutral?
Yeah, this is my more stable 9-speed. I'm usually trying to keep them low, kind of like yesterday, and then hope for a skip. That one just a little high. Drops down though. And this is a great correction from yesterday, and just what a tough line that she executes like nobody else does.
That is, hyzer flip to turn and land flat. Try that in the field and see how easy it is.
This was far. I switched to my old putter for this one to try to get some more glide, and good line, just needed more beans. Easy peasy.
Ohn racks up another birdie. 3 on the front 9, 2 down so far for the round, 10 down overall. Sarah.
Yeah, she hit her knee on her backswing.
That is just so weird. We played a practice round with Brian Schweby, and during his run up on the tee pad, he hit his knee somehow. So he throws it. He's like, I hit my knee.
You heard her commenting there. I've never done that before.
Yeah. And just like that, 9 holes in the books for round 2.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the recap for our lead card here.
Yeah, so we battled the win. We have Ohn sitting at 10 down for the tournament, 2 down for the day. Sarah Hokom, again, queen of clean. She's sitting right at even par. I'm 2 over.
Yeah, Rebecca, much better improved though from round 1, but still a lot of golf left. The back 9 away from the win, but some more difficult holes on there. We'll see how it all is going to play out.
Yeah, different set of challenges coming up for us, and we're looking forward to it. Yeah, looking forward to that relief from the wind. In my case, maybe wishing for that wind to come back, because let me tell y'all, it is toasty out here. My goodness.
It is quite warm, but I will take it over the 30-something degrees that I left back home to come out here. So if you don't want to play in the freezing winter, come out to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
We love seeing this sport continue to grow on the island, so thank you to everyone involved to make this happen. Britt, thanks for joining me. We still got 9 more holes left before we wrap up day 2. We'll see you right back here for it.
Yes. We'll see you then.